everyone, welcome to 209 Online. Today I have a lesson for you about rocks. And when we think about rocks, I think we tend to think about something like this, but let's think like in a bigger term. So we learn all the time about how everything on earth is either land, air, or water. And we know that the large bodies of water are called oceans and the large bodies of land are continents. But let's think not topically, but like vertically, so up and down. So all over the earth is the layer that we stand on is the earth's crust, kind of like the outer edge of a pie is a pie crust. The earth has a crust too. And underneath the layers of crust is magma, which we know is liquid rock. It's very hot. And when it comes out of a volcano, it's then called lava. And when lava comes out of the earth, that's what forms the different kinds of rocks. They actually come from inside of the earth. And here's a little diagram for you. This is kind of way under the crust. These are tunnels or like funnels of magma underneath, and it's not called lava until it comes out. And when it comes out, according to what's already on the earth, that's what forms the different kinds of rocks. And there are three main kinds of rocks, and the first one is igneous. This one is called obsidian, and this actually was used as like an ancient, like the first people on earth would use this as like knives. It's very sharp. And so this was kind of the first knife. And then there's pumice, and you may know, but pumice is the only rock that floats. It's very airy. And here's a granite, and they're kind of speckly. And then, so igneous rock is the rock, the very like most basic kind of rock that forms when the magma comes out and cools down. And then we have metamorphic rock. And that's the kind of rock here, like these, like marble. This is called gneiss. And this one, and this is, this happens when lots of force causes rock to change. And it's not like stepping on a rock or like driving over a rock with your car, that would break it. And that is a lot of force, but this is over time. It takes millions of years for all this to happen. And it changes with pressure, with temperature. So when there's major temperature changes on the earth, that's when metamorphic rock happens. And like I found this on a walk outside, like it's around. These rocks are around. And then the third kind is sedimentary rock. And these are rocks that were parts of these two kinds of rocks and have changed over time. Sediment is like, means something is like settled, and these are like rocks that have settled together and might be igneous and metamorphic rock. Sandstone is one, and you probably have felt this in the classroom, and we pass it around, I think, and it was very gritty, like sand. And this is conglomerate, and this is like a bunch of small rocks forming together to make a different kind. And if we were able to look at this under a magnifying glass, we could see all the different kinds. And this is shale, and you can actually see the different layers of the shale. This kind of flakes off. It's kind of fragile, and it might, if we did run over it with our car, we would be able to see the different layers. And in the classroom, we have a tray of all the different rocks that we have found. And so part of your assignment while we're apart is to try to find 10 different kinds of rocks. I know my family has been outside a lot more because it's something we can all do. So if you're out with your family, or I encourage you to go out with your family on a rock hunt, or while you're out in the neighborhood, just try to collect rocks and find 10 different kinds of rocks. And many of you have mentioned that you have a rock collection, or you love rocks as much as I do. So it should be pretty easy and fun. 10 rocks for you. And then I'd also like to introduce you to my pet rock, Millie. Here she is. In your folder is a pet rock paper. And at the bottom there are different faces and noses, and I made Millie like this. And then I'd like you to tell me about your friend, your pet rock. My pet rock's name is Millie. It says, where did you find your pet rock? A good friend found it and gave it to me. She thinks it might be a geode inside with crystals inside. She looks like she has yellow hair, green eyes, but really, what does she look like on the outside? He or she look like on the outside. And what does she like to do? My pet rock likes to listen to music. So tell me all about your pet rock. You can bring it back when we're together. I'll leave my phone number if you want to text it to me. But have a good time with your pet rock. I can't wait to see all of yours. We hope you're doing well. We really miss you guys, and we will see you soon.